All right, let's start with Parker High School. The unbeaten Thundering Herd going to Georgia to play unbeaten Carrollton. First quarter, Parker down 3-0. Jeremiah Jackson goes in from 10 yards out to make it 7-3. Later in the first, Carrollton answered. Mason Holtzclaw. Quick throw to Peyton Zachary, who scoots in. Carrollton goes up 9-7. Second quarter, Cameron Wood scores for the Trojans. Parker down 19-7 at the half. Third quarter, it's going to be Cam Wood again going in from short yardage. And Carrollton winning big over Parker tonight over in Georgia. Seems like every week we have two top 10 showdowns in 7A Region 3 to talk about on the Blitz. Tonight, the headliner, second-ranked Thompson hosting fifth-ranked Vestavia Hills. The Warriors have won 11 straight over Vestavia heading in tonight. Vestavia 4th and 1. And Thompson's Wesley Gover stops the Rebels at the line of scrimmage for a turnover on downs. Still in the first. Vestavia up 3-0. Thompson on 4th and 6. Trent Seaborn scrambles, but he is stopped short of the first down for a turnover on downs. So let's go to the second quarter. Let's see if we can get some offense here. Trent Seaborn dropping back, throwing downfield. Darian Mosley is there. There's some offense for the 70-yard catch and run. Touchdown Thompson. Warriors up 7-3 at the half. Third quarter, Seaborn finds Mosley for a big gain on first down. And then to cap the drive, KJ Jackson is going to run it in from 1 yard out to put Thompson up 14-3. Still in the third, it's going to be Seaborn again, scrambling and throwing over the top to Dedrick Kimbrough at the goal line for the touchdown. Warriors rolling in the second half, and they go on to beat the Vestavia Hills Rebels tonight.
We had to find a way to go be explosive, and we're playing the first half. We really didn't try to be explosive. We wanted to run the ball, play great defense in region game. This was a must win. When you look back on this game in this region, this was a must win for us. If you want to have a chance, you had to win this game, and because they're good, they're going to be around.
Also in 7A Region 3, third-ranked and unbeaten Hewitt-Trussville headed to Hillcrest to play the 10th-ranked Patriots. The Patriots got punched in the mouth by Vestavia last week. And let's go down and watch the Patriots try to get some defense going here against Hewitt-Trussville. Fourth down, they come up with a big stop right there, so a turnover on downs. Later in the first, Hewitt-Trussville on the goal line when running back Deuce Austin takes the handoff and he's in the end zone to make it 7-0 Huskies. Then later in the first half, Hewitt-Trussville settles for a field goal. Kicker Henry Farrell drills it to put the Huskies up 10-0. And then later in the first half, Huskies fourth down near the goal line. The snap is fumbled, and the Patriots will get the goal line stop, turnover on downs. But in the third, Hewitt-Trussville still leading 10-0 when quarterback Jack Floyd will take the snap, and he'll take it in himself. And it's the Huskies winning in shutout fashion, 24-0. They are 5-0, 3-0 in region play. Homewood Patriots fans are used to winning. They've been to the playoffs every year since 2012. Ben Bergeson has them rocking and rolling again at 4-0, but don't look now. Joe Webb has Jackson-Olin 2-1. Heading into a showdown with Homewood. The Pats start with the ball. Already inside the J05, Jackson Cheplow would not be denied, and they jump out in front by a score of 7-0. Later in the first, Homewood at midfield, and quarterback Caleb Carson will loft it up for David Walden, and it's a house call. The Pats are on fire. Early second quarter now. They are once again in striking distance, and Carson is going to toss it to Landon Pettis in the end zone, and Homewood's on top by a 21-0 score. Now under 4 minutes left in the half, and things are starting to fall apart for the Mustangs. Darren Stitt will come off the edge for the Patriots. It's a strip sack. Homewood with the ball inside the 10. And then Reed Goldstein will take the handoff into the end zone. No upset tonight for J.O. as the Patriots beat the Joe Webb Mustangs 49-0. In 6A Region 4, unbeaten Bessemer City hosting Hueytown for the Gophers. Jaden Powell going up top for Quintrell Jackson, 26 yards. And the Golden Gophers winning over Bessemer City tonight. So to come on the Blitz, we check in on Leeds and Moody. And the Friday Night Rivals game of the week was a dandy, a 6A Region 6 smash mouth affair between Mountain Brook and Oxford. The highlights coming up. Sure. Hmm. Okay. All right. How about those Pell City Panthers? Last night they just overpowered Huffman, 49-7. The Panthers with some pop in their offense. Brody Gossett rolls right, hits Logan Raines for a big gain down to the 11. And then Kamari Love from short yardage, big hole, finds the end zone for 6 points. Parker Davis was a big man playing big time, returning the block punt here for a touchdown. He also returned a fumble for another score. The Panthers 4-1 for the first time since 2016. Mountain Brook and Oxford got after each other tonight in the Friday Night Rivals game of the week. They would have done that anyway, even if the game wasn't televised. That's what these programs do. Big 6A Region 6 game. Sparty 0-1 in region play. The Jackets 2-0. Second quarter, Oxford's sophomore quarterback Maddox Mims running left and then diving for the pylon, and he gets there. It's 7-0 Yellow Jackets. But the Spartans would bounce back behind Lawson McKnight, who would have a huge night. This 42-yard touchdown run put the Spartans up 14-7. Late in the first half, Jalen Taylor, just an electric player for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The short pass, Spartans trying to get their hands on him. Taylor would have none of it. The Marshall Thundering herd commit. Thunder's 56 yards. It's 14-14. But just before the half, it's McKnight again. Said that 1-point loss to Oxford last year was a horrible loss. McKnight trying to make amends. 65 yards right up the gut, his third touchdown of the half. Mountain Brook up 21-14 at the half. McKnight ran for 312 yards. Caden Hoffbauer got in the end zone on the quarterback keeper. And then later in the third, Hoffbauer to a guy who couldn't be any more wide open. Bennett Jordan, his first touchdown of the year. How about the Spartans? 3 points last Friday. 42 tonight. Mountain Brook beats Oxford 42-14.
It was a team effort. I do think we played complementary football. You know, it took us just a little bit of time to get adjusted to the speed of the game, but I felt like incredible job of each phase of the game helping the other phase. And so, you know, but to me, just really grateful. I mean, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be able to participate in this game and be a part of high school football and be a part of these young men.
It's most fun just being out here with all my boys. I mean, I didn't get touched once going through those holes. The O-line blocked their butts off. I mean, just wide – you could drive a car through those holes. I mean, the receivers were out there blocking their butts off. Caden played one heck of a game, throwing the ball everywhere. I mean, I can't even get started on the defense, man. Getting 3 and outs left and right.
Yeah, a huge win for the Mountain Brook Spartans tonight. The Moody Blue Devils have that look in their eyes. The 5A finalists of a year ago have mowed down 3 opponents in a row with Helena. Next up on the schedule, the Blue Devils ranked second in 5A, hosting the 1-2 Huskies. The Moody Blue Devils, Jake Lowry, he threw a pick earlier in the game. Not discouraged, he'd come back firing. This one to Aubrey Walker, 32 yards. And just like that, we're all tied at 7. Helena was up to the challenge, though. Nathan Ferguson connects with Bradley Wainwright on the corner route. And the Huskies get an immediate answer from the Blue Devils after a big kick return. It's Cameron Meadows' 24-yard touchdown ties it at 14. Second half, Moody wasted no time after grabbing a field goal to go up 17-14. Lowry finds Josiah Dozier. He's in for 6. Blue Devils take a 24-14 lead. Then in the fourth, Moody looking to make it a 3-score game, but Lowry is picked off by Jonathan Roberto. He'll go down the Moody sideline 62 yards. Just like that, it's a 1-score game, 24-21. But Moody would put this one on ice thanks to the ground game. It's Meadows again, a bell cow at the end of this one, in for his second score of the night, and Moody wins it 31-28. The Blue Devils' arch rival Leeds was in Jacksonville for a 5A Region 6 game. First half, the Golden Eagles in control. Marquavius McNeil for a 10-yard gain. And then McNeil will go the final 5 yards for the touchdown as Leeds in some trouble on the road, but they would respond here. Bennett Shorefar to Marquintus Meadows coming up here for a nice gain right there. A little screen, and then Meadows will get some big yardage out of this, breaking a couple of tackles and getting into Jacksonville territory. But Jacksonville have bigger gains. Kelvin Hewley got loose, gets out of the crowd, goes 70 yards. Jacksonville shaking things up in 5A Region 6, knocking off 6th-ranked Leeds 40-7. All right, coming up, we'll preview next week's game of the week. But first, let's introduce you to the band of the week. The Hayden Marching Band, 115 members strong, directed by Jonathan Steinman. Their drum major is Shane Tucker. Their halftime show down in New Orleans, it features a saxophone solo as well as a trumpet solo.
I mean,
Hey, warning, Braden, I'm going to ad-lib at the top of the O2. Well, the play of the week turned in by the Mountain Brook Spartans. Lawson McKnight, a huge evening for the Spartans in their 42-14 victory tonight over Oxford. 312 yards rushing for Lawson McKnight. Hoover bounces back with a win over Prattville tonight, 48-23. The Bucks were 1-3 going into that big road game. Next week, Blitz game day will be live at Corner High School, which means the Yellow Jackets are hosting the Friday Night Rivals game of the week. It'll be a non-region showdown between the Jacksonville Golden Eagles, who just knocked off the Leeds Green Wave, and the Corner Yellow Jackets. 7 o'clock kick on My 68. Blitz game day at 4:30 from that hidden little secret, which is Corner, Alabama. Well, the big game in the SEC tomorrow is 22nd ranked Auburn and 11th ranked Oklahoma. The quarterbacks will garner most of the attention. Jackson-Olin, former Sooner, coming back to Norman. The Sooners got a powerful portal replacement in John Mateer, so we'll see who got the better quarterback, I guess, right? So here's the SEC on ABC schedule. Arkansas and Memphis gets us going at 11 a.m., followed by Auburn, Oklahoma at 2:30, and Florida and Miami wrapping up the day at 6:30. And we'll talk about all those games and many more on the EOG wrap right after the Gators and Hurricanes. We hope you'll join us then. Here's Riley with a check on the weather.
It speaks all those football stadiums are getting a little crunchy unless you have the turf. We have just not had that much rain, even with the showers we had today. However, looking ahead to the next week to week and a half, we are expecting a little bit better normal than chance of seeing some rainfall totals. And right now, I think the period to watch for will be Tuesday through Thursday of next week, with it look like Wednesday being the primary day that we'll see showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. But right now, no severe threat is on the table. Rain could be heavy at times, but right now, just about any kind of rain amounts will do. Now, we can see anywhere from maybe 3/4 of an inch to as high as an inch of rain. Once all is said and done, the more meaningful rain will remain to our north, but at this point, we'll take anything we can get. Now, for college football tomorrow, the Blazers of UAB heading up to Knoxville to take on Tennessee. That's an 11:45 kick. Middle 80s by the start of the game, upper 80s by the end of the game. Auburn and Norman, Oklahoma. 2:30 kick right here on ABC 3340. Middle to upper 80s at kick. A passing shower, a rumble of thunder from a thunderstorm cannot be ruled out for the Oklahoma game, but no major interruptions should be expected. Then we have Murray State at Jacksonville State at a 6 o'clock kickoff. About 84 at kick. Once again, a passing shower can be ruled out, but the overall chance of rain isn't very high. Another look at that 7-day forecast. Middle 90s for a lot of us tomorrow, even though a lot of us will start the day in the 60s. But a general trend down